So my name is Allison, and I'm from New Orleans, and I will be challenging New Orleans police practices to combat police harassment, police intimidation, illegal arrests, and stop and frisk around New Orleans indigenous cultural traditions, namely the social aid and pleasure clubs and the Mardi Gras Indians. And these are two very important historical traditions that have been oppressed for the past 300 years when they started. They've traditionally been practiced on the streets of New Orleans by formerly slaves and then free people of color, and now African Americans in New Orleans, many who are of Native American descent from South Louisiana. And the New Orleans Police Department tends to attach a stigma to these groups as they practice their traditions on the streets of New Orleans. Every Sunday in New Orleans at 1 o'clock there's a social aid and pleasure club parade. It's called a second line. There's a brass band, there's hundreds of people. Everyone gathers in the streets, as they have for hundreds of years, to celebrate life in New Orleans. And it's a way for people to come together and celebrate their freedom, to grieve together, to celebrate, and just enjoy and live life. And they've done this for many, many years and centuries. And oftentimes they're the targets of police harassment. For example, the police will come out on horseback. They're not adequately trained to work with the horses. These are large wild animals. They'll bring them into the crowd just behind a tuba and a trombone and a trumpet. So when the band starts up, the horse acts up and it'll kick a small child or an elderly lady in the street. And when residents ask the police, can you take the horses to the back of the parade or to the back of the procession so that we can parade without this distraction? And this is our procession, not New Orleans Police Department's procession. So we can practice our tradition peacefully and without interference. The police refuse to cooperate. There's been problems with those who speak to the police to try to hold them accountable for their actions or take their photographs to report any police incidents or police misconduct. The police will arrest them for taking their photograph and things like this. So my project will provide residents in New Orleans and poor communities who practice these traditions with the legal tools that they need to assert their rights